What's up, everybody? Super Crazy M here, bringing another NBA 2K14 My Team video, guys. Now, I just want to start out by saying I switched up my jerseys and my logo. I'm gonna rock the Lakers, but for now, for a couple of games, just to spice it up a little bit, I'm gonna be using different jerseys and all that other good nonsense. But since we're on the Lakers, let's talk about how they played last night and what they should do moving forward to, speed up their rebuilding process, because they're not going to be very good. Even with Kobe, they might make the playoffs. Not this year, obviously, but next year. But I don't know. Let's just start off with last night's game. They got destroyed. Outside of Powell last night, that team looked terrible. Powell does what he normally does, but for the fucking Clippers to put 142 points on you and you get blown out by 48 points, it's just crazy. That is just insane. Now, I know a lot of people are like, hey, well, the Nets got blown out by 44 against Portland. Yeah, that's true, yes. But also remember, the Nets bench didn't play the whole fourth quarter while the starters for Portland was still in the game, pretty much. I know Aldridge didn't play. To be honest, I think the Nets would have played better if he was playing. It sounds weird. You would think they would get smashed worse, but I don't know. But anyways, let me get off that damn subject right there. The Lakers, man, to be honest, what I think they need to do is get rid of Kobe. I know a lot of people are like, what? What do you mean get rid of Kobe? Yes, Kobe's a great player. I'm not saying he's not. He's a really good player. I enjoy watching Kobe, even though sometimes he irritates me. Only when he plays against my Nets, obviously. Start the rebuilding process now. Why do you want to wait 3-4 years from now when he's gone to start your rebuilding process? I don't know, man. I think you should get something for him while you can. You might as well. And same thing with Powell. If you could get a couple of, say if you could get a good young player and a first round draft pick for Kobe, take it. Take it. I'm not saying just, get rid of him just to get rid of him, but if you could get a young, up and coming, really good player and a first round draft pick for Kobe in the offseason, or at the draft, rather, do it. Do it in a heartbeat. I know a lot of Lakers fans are going to be pissed, because Kobe's been there. They want him to retire a Laker, this and that. But do you want him to retire a Laker and you guys be first round exit every year of the playoffs? I don't think you guys want that. The Lakers, they set a standard like the Celtics did, of, winning championships and stuff like that. So I know Lakers fans hate to lose, man. It's been a tough year for them. A really tough year. And I just think they should start the rebuilding process, much earlier than they're going to. Just holding on to Kobe and Powell is just not the thing to do, in my honest opinion. But it is what it is. And that's obviously up to the Lakers. They just actually signed Kobe to an extension, which I don't even know why. I think it was like a 2 or 3 year extension. I could be wrong, but something like that. But if they don't want to and they want to just hold on to those two players and see where they can go with him, but I honestly don't see them any better than the A seed. They need a point guard. They need a real center. What else? They need a small forward. Even I like Wesley Johnson, but he's not really. He's a backup. Small forward. In my opinion, he's just like a role player. He's not really a starter. But what are you gonna do, man? That's up to them, man. We'll move on to the Miami Heat and the Spurs last night. I didn't start watching the game until about the fourth quarter. I seen the whole fourth quarter because I was watching some TV with the wifey. From what I did see though, in the fourth quarter, man, Kawhi Leonard took over defensively in that fourth quarter. I never seen somebody literally like get so many steals or hands on balls to tip it loose, and he was playing great defense, man. on LeBron. It didn't just, oh man, I don't know. I was just amazed by his defense last night, and his defense goes unnoticed sometimes with certain I don't know, certain analysts. They don't say how Kawhi Leonard's a great defender. You get a lot of people on Twitter who say he's a good defender and he does a great job on LeBron James. And the key to LeBron is if you can move your feet, if you give him a little bit of space, you let him take the jump shot. You don't let him get to the basket. You don't drive to the basket. You just don't do that. You let him drive to the basket, he's gonna use and abuse you all day long. You have to give him that I don't know, that 16, 17 footer. It's just a must. Now LeBron, after the game, I guess he was complaining about the jerseys, the little sleeves and stuff. Saying, oh, it's messing up my shooting, this and that. Please, please, please do not make excuses for your terrible night, bro, on a fucking little piece of cloth. I don't want to hear anything about that at all. You're supposed to be like one of the strongest people and, 265 pounds, you're 6'8", and you're complaining about a fucking 1 pound cloth. If that's not even that's going to mess up your shooting form. Give me a break, man. I've seen people go to the park all the damn time, wear sweatshirts and shit, wear like 3 or 4 shirts, and never complain a goddamn thing saying, oh, it's messing up my shot. I never heard that in my life. I think it's hilarious that he actually even used that excuse. But I mean, it is what it is, man. You're not supposed to be the greatest player on earth, but you up here just making excuses. Why you had a bad night. Just say you had a bad night, man. Just wasn't your night. That's all you can say. Don't make excuses, because then you look terrible. You look terrible making excuses. You just look like you look like a big crybaby when you do that. And a lot of people don't like him as it is. I already said that I don't like LeBron. I can't stand him. I mean, that's just my personal thing. It's more the way he portrays himself, how he acts, man, more than anything. Because his game he's a really good player. And I'm not going to say he's not, because he is. He obviously is. And I can't say that he isn't. He's a good player. But I don't know, man. It's just that diva mentality that, that drives me up the wall. Same thing with Dwight Howard. I used to like Dwight a lot. But then when he started all that drama shit, man, or the little free agency, that trading shit, oh, man, that drove me crazy, and I didn't even care. After that, I was like, whatever, Dwight's Dwight. I still like Dwight, don't get me wrong, but just not as much as I used to. We'll move on, and I'm going to stop saying, every 3 seconds. All right, I just did it again. What a fucking asshole I am. Let's talk about, I think it was the Suns and the Thunder last night. Now, the Thunder had, I think, a 12-point lead or something like that heading into the fourth quarter. I think it was between 12 and 16 points. I don't remember off the top of my head. But they blew the lead and lost to the Suns. Now, I'm going to say this. It may not be a shocker to a lot of people, but the Suns are definitely a sleeper. I've seen them beat a good amount of good teams, man. I've seen them beat, here I go with the damn again. I've seen them beat the Pacers. They just beat the Thunder. I think they beat the Heat once. I could be wrong, though, about that. They beat some really, really good teams, and they're a sleeper. A lot of teams are sleeping on them. And I think what makes them so good, to be honest, is that they can stretch you from 1 to 4, from point guard to power forward with 3-point shooters, and have you try to defend them, which is tough, man. That is tough. The Marquise brothers, or Marquise Morris brothers, whatever the hell you want to call them. I don't even know the damn first name. Marquise and Morris or some shit. I don't know. They got some fucking weird names. I can't even think off the top of my head. But they stretch you out. Channing Frye can shoot. He's a power forward. He can shoot as well. He can stretch the floor, which is, really good for them. So, I mean, they've been balling out. They've been really, really balling out. A trade that hasn't worked, though, I'm going back off topic here, that hasn't really worked out for the Clippers is that Jared Dudley trade, man. And this dude is just, I don't know, he's just breaking it up. He's a brick machine. He played good when he was with the Suns. He was actually playing, halfway decent. And he went there all of a sudden and just, I don't know, man. He just disappeared. So now they got Matt Barnes starting. Matt Barnes is actually, he's been playing really good as of late. But yeah, we'll move on to my Brooklyn Nets real quick before this game plays over. We finally got above 500 mark by beating the Memphis Grizzlies the other night, which they didn't have Zach Randolph. But I don't care who the hell they don't have. We don't have Brook Lopez, and we didn't have Kevin Garnett either. So it was pretty evenly matched up, if you ask me. We're missing some good players, and they missed Zach Randolph a lot. Obviously, he's a down low. I mean, dude can rebound, he can score. Just he does it all, man. He does it all. I like Zach Randolph, even though he's not the greatest defender in the world, but I like him. He's pretty good. But back to the Nets. We play the Boston Celtics tonight. We're taking out our one of our third new jerseys, whatever you want to say. You know how we got the black and white jerseys right now. We're gonna have a blue jersey tonight with sleeves, which I don't care for the sleeve jersey, to be honest. It's just ugly as hell. But that's what we're gonna be rocking tonight against the Celtics. Hopefully we can win. Joe Johnson might not play. We don't really know. I know Garnett is not playing. But we should be able to beat the Celtics, man. I mean, Gerald Wallace is out for the. I mean, they're banged up, man, and their team is not that great. They got rid of their scorers pretty much in Crawford and Marshawn Brooks, but I don't even think Brooks is even playing for them though either. But they had got rid of them, so I'm trying to think. Jeff Green's the only one that really scares me on that team. Rondo needs more players to play with, man. I always said Rondo. I thought Rondo was a little overrated, and I wanted to see what he could do without any talent around him, really. And he's kind of showing you what he could do. Not really much of anything. I'm not going to say much of anything. I take that back, because it's kind of fucking retarded of me to even say that, not much of anything. I mean, he does what a player does when they don't have any, help around them. And that's, tries hardest. He still rebounds, still throws assists. Just having a lot harder time scoring, which is expected because he doesn't have those, good players around him. I mean, think about it. He had, even though Perkins wasn't good, he was a good defender. He still helped defend. Garnett was a good defender. Paul Pierce, just Pierce is just an elite scorer. Ray Allen, 3-point monster. I mean, that was a good team they had, man. They had Tony Allen. They just, I don't know. They had a really, really good team. Anyways, man, I just want to say this is the video for today, obviously. I'm going to be saving more coins. And if I can, by Tuesday, hopefully, because that's when Titanfall comes out. I'm going to be playing Titanfall a lot. I'm also going to be playing 2K a lot as well. So don't think I'm just going to abandon, 2K. Because, basketball is definitely my first love right there. After my wife and my kids. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be having. I'm going to try to have a pack opening up Tuesday. If not, then I'll have it Wednesday. I'm out. Peace, guys.